moment some time ago. Returning to the Sovereign to explain the events of their mission, Elandra left for her room, leading to more questions and a lengthened father-daughter discussion. Quenta'tir found themselves as guests within the palace after the Sovereign reluctantly agreed in the wake of recent days. Safe and guarded inside the palace, pranks were made, emotions were bared, and eventual sleep was found for those who needed it.
So eventually, you would wake up.
Good morning.
I've been looking in her closet this whole time.
You very, very faintly hear her good morning chime. through a couple doorways.
Oh no. Pixie!
Marco!
Pixie!
Resume! Elandra!
I'll open the closet door. Oh, hi! Oh, that's very wicked of us.
I like this one.
I feel like the echo
Okay.
in here
I mean,
just has
which
to be
one do I
insane.
like?
All yours.
Maybe the clothes dampen it
What?
a bit, but...
You like it?
When you're in the closet, it's fine.
I like it. I like because.
Oh, for me to wear today.
Yeah.
It's a new day.
Yeah.
I need my handmaidens.
What? Just put it on.
Go out and knock on my door.
It slowly opens.
Handmaidens, please. And a servant. I have another order.
Very well.
Good
Door
morning.
closes. A few moments pass before a couple handmaidens and a servant step through the door.
So,
The
as they're
handmaidens-
looking at me
the handmaidens
dressed.
just kind of instinctively just walk straight to your closet space.
I'll follow them. I'm talking to Pixie. So, here's what I'm thinking.
What
Come
are
on,
their
come on.
names?
Oh. Go on.
That's...
You see him every day, right? And
Oh no.
what? You're 100 years old, so 100. Well, if they're that old.
They're the handmaidens.
How many days are in a year?
This one here. Where is that?
I don't remember off the top of my head. My apologies.
It's fine. To be fair, she hasn't been here for just a few of them.
There's 8
Whoa.
months.
Whoa.
Oh no, that's 8 days in a week.
Oh.
What on earth happened here?
That's cool.
Oh, I've had this for a while. Yeah, you just
What?
what? I was
She
in
asked for it when you
Halloran, and I
guys were
asked
in
what was going
Halloran.
on.
Oh, yeah.
So I made her a calendar.
I've
1,
never seen
2,
it till now.
3, 4.
396.
Yeah, 396.
Okay, that's incredibly hard to calculate.
So 396 times 100. So
39,600 days.
yeah, and then give or take a few less, just because the months that we were gone. So
They come, there's so many different ones. It's not always the same ones.
Did they
They're
look
just
Humans retire and die.
they're humans.
I don't know.
I'm looking at them, and
Though these ones are probably
Can
all
I have-
someday.
you see the finer features and the pointed
I mean,
ears.
no, I don't.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But through all this,
Great
they
Elandra.
are dressing you. They are not making any eye contact. They are not speaking. As that is
What are your names?
part of it. They still do not address
Aw.
at all.
So they don't. Okay.
I command you to tell me what your names are.
What have I done?
Very, very well, my lady.
That's what they sound like.
One of them.
Where's my pencil? Where's my pencil? Okay. No!
300. What? 392,000.
surprised.
392,000.
39. I think it was
39,000.
39,000.
39,000. Okay. Yeah.
My
600 days.
handmaidens.
She has been alive. And never asked her handmaidens their names.
I mean,
Take out the early years.
Yeah.
With,
Yeah.
with forming.
No, I'm still counting it.
Okay.
It's more fun that way.
It's easier to calculate too.
and
It is.
it's been the same ones.
Well, if they're elves,
Whole
yeah,
time.
probably.
Possibly.
Unless they stunk or got fired. Or,
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
possibilities.
Get tired of this punk.
I don't blame them. Your names?
One of them tells you that her name is Galra.
Mm-hmm. Pretty.
The other one is Maylor.
Spell that really wrong, probably. And that is obviously Galra and Maylor.
That was Kayla. That
There's like a brief pause as they have that moment of, because we just told you, but they say nothing and keep.
All right,
Those-
Pixie. Here's what
those
I'm
are-
thinking.
those are pretty names.
Thank you.
We need to prank the boys again. You know, now that I'm awake. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm thinking we make them like a horrible drink concoction to send to them, like a weird mixture of drinks. That's what the servant will go for.
It's like we send them food, and then it's also like bad drinks or something. So like, ooh, yummy.
Yeah.
Let me wash this up.
All right. So what's 2 drinks that would go good together?
Okay.
The servant who is waiting in your living room.
Oh.
Who walked in with the handmaidens, but did not enter.
What about that hot chocolate stuff that we had at that one place that one time? Mm-hmm.
Specifics are
Green?
No, the hot chocolate stuff.
outstanding.
It was just hot chocolate. It was like that. It was like milk and chocolate. It was hot, and I got really energetic after. And then Valeria showed up and in the room the whole night. I think that's when that happened.
Oh yeah,
That was green.
Okay, so we do hot chocolate.
No?
we had green at Deadul.
No. And we need to mix it with something else though.
Pine needle tea?
Pine needle tea.
Because you didn't like
Oh, I
that.
don't know if we have pines though.
Oh.
So tea.
But you didn't like pine needle tea.
Exactly. It's supposed to be gross.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the hot chocolate and the tea.
But like what kind of tea?
Whatever they have.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Like like a black tea. Like a
Sure. I don't know.
like the darkest tea that they have.
Okay.
Oh, and they should like smash up some berries or something and like mix it in.
Calm down. I'm getting too crazy.
From the other room, just yes, my lady.
I would like you to send down some drinks for the boys when they wake up, so probably not for another 4 hours or so. With a mix of hot chocolate. You know hot chocolate? We know hot chocolate, right?
Yes.
And tea.
Very well.
Also, no, you
To
first.
food.
Oh, and they probably want breakfast or something too. I don't know.
Please,
What?
some shepherd's pie.
Can be provided.
Shepherd's
And also, I would,
That sounds so good.
I would love shepherd's pie.
also I would like to send word for a lock to meet me in my office that I don't have.
So where shall we meet you?
The library? Would he be allowed to go there?
I
Oh.
don't know if he would be.
Where
My lady.
would I be allowed to meet him?
Here?
The living room of my rooms?
There'd be guards.
Possibly. I could send word to your father and find out.
Okay. I would like to meet with him alone.
Very well. I'm sure something will be arranged.
Okay, thank you.
What's your name?
Oh yes, we're asking that question now.
Andrew loves this.
Absolutely love this. My favorite part of the game.
I could do speak with animals and just check out the window and talk to any
No,
birds
you
I see, you
can't.
know? That's
Got her.
That's my favorite thing though, is just be like, what's your name? To a random animal.
Bylus.
Huh? What?
Bylus.
Oh.
No.
I thought this was the
No.
servant's name.
I'm
I was like,
joking
that's
with her.
bad.
I'm just copying her trend of animal names.
Lilas.
Lilus. Wireless.
Hey,
Anyway.
hey, don't take. Hey, whoa.
Eyeless.
They're just.
Oh, no.
They're
already an
actually
eyeless?
been
Yeah,
used.
there's an
Yeah,
eyeless.
there's Eyeless the
Eyeless.
bird.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there's an
Yes.
eyeless.
It was the
Silas,
second one.
Milas,
The second one.
Oh, the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an eyeless.
Yeah.
Keep up, Mitch.
Yeah, come on,
Hey,
Mitch.
I have 23 other choices for
true.
other names, okay?
That's facts.
until we start combining letters.
I have way
And then we get like
Stylus.
Stylus.
Flyless. He's just a penguin.
This is good.
That's not a crow.
So, what's your name?
My name is Dorlar.
What? Dualar?
Dorlar.
Doralar?
Well, that was rude.
It's okay, he can't see.
Open the door.
He's
you lock.
blind?
No, he's
Oh,
in the other
he's
room.
behind the door.
You're getting dressed.
Wait, oh gosh.
I feel like this is a title for someone that opened the door.
Dorlar?
Yeah,
the
door
door
lock.
guard.
Dorlar the door. Serve it. Alright, go! Quickly now.
Very well.
Well, not that quickly, because they're gonna wake up in like 4 hours. They still got 4 hours of sleep. Humans, am I right? All the handmaidens laugh out of just like, we have to laugh.
Dorlar is actually a human, just.
Yeah, just,
Ha
Stupid. Dumb, stupid humans.
Okay, so you hear the door close as Dorlar leaves. You are dressed after a few moments. At this point, you and Alok are awake. And he's just... You notice he wakes up, but he's still just kind of like just laying in bed.
Oi.
Hello?
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Well, you just been lying like that the whole night?
Past few hours, yes.
Got anything you need to work out?
Whether or not I have a job.
Wait, don't worry too much about that. You're more than capable.
Oh, thank you.
And also, quite a rich man.
You would be correct. You would be correct.
The amount that you've made in these number of days might actually outnumber the entire worth of my town.
Oh. Well, when you phrase it like that, that is a lot.
Yeah, it is quite a bit.
To be truthful, I knew she was paying a lot more than she needed to, but I was not going to negotiate my rates lower.
We know.
I figured you did, but I got kicked out of my city, so, you know, it was...
I'm sure this will be a nice seed for you to settle down somewhere.
Exactly, yes. Good, insurance, if you will.
Well, yeah.
A few hours later, the two of you would start stirring, waking up. And... Yep.
I pour a little more of the flour in.
Would I not be able to talk to Locke before then?
Oh, right. Sorry, but between that time, because it's 4 hours, it's a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Humans, am I right?
I'm sleeping and just cuddling the flour bag.
Oh my gosh.
Gruth is just out.
As a further prank, since everyone was asleep and the flower was delivered, a lock just like grab the flower and put it on your bed. And just like instinctively just.
Chamberlain.
Huh.
So eventually, a servant would come back to your room and inform you that your options for meeting with the lock would be the throne room, the barracks, or the ballroom.
Was father in the throne room?
Presumably.
The ballroom.
Very well. You would be escorted to the ballroom. You are left in.
We're back.
All right.
Cool. Do what must be done.
I take a nap in her bed. No, I'm
The comfiest bed you've
fully spread
ever
out.
been in.
You like touch
Silas is like also.
Yeah, literally.
Wings splitting.
And you just get this headache. Just someone touch my
I don't blame her.
bed. After a little bit of time, a guard would come to the door, and Alok would be escorted out of your room, Frode. And soon, you would see Alok being brought into the ballroom before having his bag removed from his head, and just. The sun's starting to shine, really starting to shine, so it's coming through that nice stained glass ceiling, so he's just kind of... And he sees you and just immediately just like... Yes, my lady.
Alok.
Yes.
If I were my father, I would immediately relieve you from your position. Due
And
to
I will
your...
not let
Did
you.
I permit you to speak?
Alok is a duck.
Is there duck?
Sorry, what was that? A lack of words.
Ruth does not wake up.
No!
She wakes up.
Forever in Nightmare Land, aren't you, Kruth?
The DM did not permit you to speak.
You really want more nightmares, huh, buddy?
Actually, I would like to know a little more, but I also don't want to have them, so
Oh, they'll be very uninformational, don't worry.
Uninformational nightmares.
it's the most stressful part of my gameplay, I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh man. Anyway, if I were my father, you would never see a job in this city or country ever again. For leaving me alone with a suspected murderer. However, I'm not my father. You failed me, but so did hundreds of guards on the night of my centennial. So did all of my friends in my party when they couldn't see past his lies either. And I failed me too. So, second chances are in order. You good? All right, you can speak now. Sorry, I kind of had to be a little harsh there because I'm trying the whole woohoo scary boss thing. Did it work?
I don't know if you want me to agree or tell you agree or
Scare him too much.
respectfully. I've dealt with much harsher.
Oh, I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
You must remember my actual queen was
Oh yeah, controlled by mind fire.
yes,
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
a step above.
Maybe next time I'll have a guard come and smack you. No, I won't do that.
I would
That's mean.
hope not, but
That'd be really mean.
if that would be your
No, I'm not gonna do
no the relieving if I
Oh.
would not have an argument against that. But I am very grateful for another chance. And along with this, obviously there has been some time to think. I know you have paid, and there has been some official job titles and transactions made, but in our haste out of Zalrahosh and all the events thereafter, And now that I know you are a princess, I don't know how formal you want this to be, but as a citadel guard in Zarahash, we swore an oath. I could do the same
Ooh.
if you wish for the formality.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds fun.
Yes, the grounds of all oaths.
Fun. No better oath is made than one out of fun.
Truly.
Okay, so he looks around, and I mean, one of the main entrances is right there, so there would be guards present. He would just kind of look across to them, just give a little wave and hand up as he slowly draws his sword again.
Gosh, that's a bad look alone in a room with a princess.
As he then also drops to a knee and places the tip of the sword on the ground.
Alok, repeat after me.
Oh,
No, this
Okay.
is how our oath works.
very well.
Oh,
Oh,
Alondra,
Elandra,
Ella,
Ella,
Aneth,
Aeneth,
Elvana,
Ivana,
Andes,
Candace,
Aruvia.
Uruvia.
So is that it, or is there more?
Crown!
Oh!
Crown?
Princess
Princess
Avarus.
of Valrus.
I swear,
I
Me.
swear. Me?
Alok.
Alak.
I don't know if I know your last name.
I don't think we ever got his last
This
name.
is the DM waiting now.
I don't think we ever got the
No,
last
we
name.
do not.
We just got a lock.
Insert last name.
Tarana.
Would
That's a very nice last name.
Would have forgotten that anyway. Alright.
That's a great last
That is a great last name.
I probably should write that down. Taran.
Toronto.
Tarana. You wrote down the names of your handmaids. You're not going to write down the last name of your guard?
Tarana?
Torana.
Torana?
Torana.
Toronto.
One more time.
Torana.
Toronto.
What was that? Me. Alok. Promise! You already said you swore. I swear, me, Alok. Sorry, I forgot where we were. Tarana, to give my life,
Give my life,
if necessary,
if necessary,
to protect
to protect
you.
you.
And I also swear
And I also swear
to go to the beach
to go to the beach
whenever Alondra wants to.
whenever Elandra wants to.
The end.
The end.
Ta-da!
He very confusedly stands back up and just... It is incredibly different from any oath I have sworn, but... If that will suffice, then...
I can't wait till
Very
she
well.
rolls.
She'll hopefully have another couple centuries
Yes.
before that happens, so... I don't think this is fully going away from an adult Elandra, but
Toned down quite a bit.
perhaps. He just kind of stands there.
Now we have to negotiate payment. I still don't know how to do that though.
Very well.
Oh boy.
1 platinum
Yes.
a week.
That is sufficient.
2.
One would be fine.
Okay. It's a deal.
How much do you owe him?
Well, it depends. Does that payment start right now, or is this?
I would think, since I swore the oath now, that would take effect with.
So
the
I would
oath.
still owe you like 5 platinum from this past week.
I suppose.
Okay, here's 6 platinum. I'm giving you this one in advance.
Puts it in his pouch. You hear coins clinking.
He walks with a limp.
It's the fact that every single I have never played D&D and even seen a platinum. And the fact that your character is just boom. I'm still not over the fact. From the beginning. From the beginning. I'm still not over the fact.
We've gone through a couple hundred at this point.
I'm aware, and I'm still not over the fact. I'm still not over the fact.
Just from, a couple months of traveling, most of it being pretty easy, Alok's doing okay.
He needs his own bag of holding.
For his platinum.
It's just platinum.
I promised Andrew going into this that if he gave me that much money, I would never spend it on anything useful. So that's why I had to sell my ball gown to get you.
Oh, so Alok's not useful.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, it doesn't seem like it after this last run. Okay, alright, we're moving on.
Like you said, some friends failed too.
I know. You failed to convince me, so. Failed.
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 Crazy.
Yes, she is.
So, now, I don't know what we're doing now. Oh, we're gonna go talk to the people for Gruth.
Once
right.
everyone wakes up.
Once everyone
He's
wakes up.
still asleep.
Right. So, guess you stay with the boys? I don't know if they're gonna let you stand outside my door.
I don't see what choice I would have
Yeah.
until I assume we speak to your father.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure that's settled.
I'll see you when we meet with the people.
Very well. Just gives a little head nod bow and turns around to the doors he came from, and guards meet him and confused look at you with the bag ready and away. And Alok is then
Gotta be my guard. He's gotta know what the palace layout is.
freely escorted from the ballroom to the 3rd floor.
Dang. Locke
Or
knows
would,
more than
if he's your guard, would he get a look around?
I don't know.
Not yet. I haven't
yet,
talked to your
no.
dad yet. But he's at least escorted up to the room where you're still awake. The other guys have not woken up yet. But after a couple more hours,
There we go.
now you guys would wake up.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Bad morning.
No.
Good morning then.
I'm
Any
hungry.
word?
Huh?
Yeah, we always said the food.
You see Aiden glance down as he's contemplating dry scooping the flour.
Rosie?
Aiden, I see what you're doing there, and don't do it. No, you really don't understand how bad that would be.
It's right here.
That was a really good item.
Thank you. After a few moments, as the servants would take into account the fact that they know there's some non-elves here, especially after you would say so. So they'd kind of have food ready about this time. Okay, right. So within 10 or so minutes of you two waking
you hear
up,
that?
yeah, you hear a knock, and the door opens,
Not to be
and
confused with the lock.
not to be confused with Locke, who is in the room. And we'll remember that comment. Yes, Locke is allowed to metagame. The privileges of a DMPC. Just kidding. No, food is brought in. It is the best approximation of a shepherd's pie, but shepherd's pie is not usually something made here in the palace. So,
Too many green things in
yeah.
it.
Yeah. A little less on the meat, more on the veggie. And there's also not really so much of a crust.
It's just spinach on top, isn't it?
It's some kind of. It's like how nowadays there's like cauliflower pizza crust, you know?
Oh,
God. It's still just veggies. It's not bad, but I mean, especially to you who Frode knows shepherd's pie. You request shepherd's pie, you're like,
Well, it is food.
it's not bad food. And there is also a few mugs brought in, as well as a pitcher. And the servant who walks in says, by request of the princess, and just places it on a side table.
What'd she send us, I did?
I grabbed the pitcher. I quickly grabbed the mug and pour some.
Yeah, pour me some too. What is it?
They finally brought the cream.
It could use some work, but it's on the right path.
It took them long enough.
Well,
Pour some for the other guys.
That's why we were laughing when you said hot cocoa
I
and
know.
tea. We're
I
like,
know what I was doing. I knew what I was doing.
you know, you're used to a little more, some extra spice. In
Oh my gosh.
I say this could use some berries in it.
The ratio's a little off, you know, it's not quite there, but you're like, wow, that's surprising for the capital of Valrus.
It's not bad.
well, it's fine. Rose, what do you think?
Earthy yet sweet.
I could do without the sweet, to be honest.
It's different.
If not, he can pour himself.
He's not here, right?
Yeah, no.
Oh, he got back? Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't realize he was back. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
pour
that
him.
conversation would have taken
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Okay, I'll pour him one as well.
And then he would have been up in the room for the other 2 or so hours before you guys woke up, so
If he wants it.
yeah.
So do you think they got their stuff?
I bet they're like,
Cut back.
Hold on, you want some, right?
Yes, I do.
He says no and it's
Oh. Oh my god.
You both just and both your sword blades just fall off.
I'm not even gonna lie. When we were on the cart and he started pulling out a sword, I thought he was gonna do that.
No,
Oh gosh.
it's not that dramatic.
Yep. I was like, dude, you don't have to do that.
In my head, as I was kind of thinking about this and writing it, I didn't think about it. When I started describing it, I was like, that looks bad.
Oh yeah, no, I totally thought you were just gonna finish it with. And I was like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Just my time.
No, he knows he failed. It's a different kind of society, right? So the food can be had, the drinks are had, and a few moments later, there are knocks on both doors, and you are informed that all the boys are awake and have been fed, and so it is time to gather for discussion. And the 4 guys are summoned for a meeting. And so, yeah, let's see.
Can we sit down? Because in the throne room we have to stand up.
Maybe. A bag for you. Bags for you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, well, come on now. Why don't you get a bag?
you don't see it. He might have. It's Chekhov's bag, or Schrodinger's bag.
Schrodinger's bag.
He might have one, he might not.
Mm.
You don't know, 'cause you got a bag on your
I
head.
hate this.
And you would actually be led. Let's see.
A different location?
So many maps, dude.
It's a huge building.
It is. Well, I need to change it, and I have all
Oh,
the
don't get rid of
iterations.
the old ones.
Do you have pictures of the Minecraft version?
No.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I
I thought that's what he was referring to.
No.
Okay,
Those are
so
He's like, hold on.
just bring it up on the TV. Theoretically, I could.
It's not time.
You're just playing Minecraft.
I'm just here. What? What are you guys doing?
Oh no! Who hits the button?
No, so you would recognize you're not being brought down to the throne. Instead, you're being brought down to the second story. And the door is opened to...
So to your left are the bathrooms for real this time.
We're making Minecraft noises.
Do we still have bags already?
Yeah, for now. That was good.
And now we're going into the council room.
Oh, what's that?
We're just all making weird noises.
through the bags, all the guys are just canonically making these noises.
We think the bag is covering it up.
Magic suppressing bags, so there's no sound being transmitted. But really, the guards are just like.
Can you do like the eating
As soon as they put the bags up, we're like the eating sound.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, that was solid.
That was good.
Wait, lock it.
The guards look to Alok and he's. I work for her. So yeah, you would recognize being brought to the council chamber. And have you really spent time in the council
Not
chamber?
much, no.
I wouldn't think so. As you're brought in, all of you, one by one, also just feel this. It's like walking through a gentle curtain, almost. Just this brief sensation of something almost washing over you. Before bags are removed.
Cooling sensation?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see a large wooden table. Very finely carved and polished. And seated are currently the Sovereign and your two pals, the High Priest and the High Arcanist.
Yay.
Seated kind of at one end of the table towards one of the heads. And
How long is this table?
It's a long
I'm not gonna do the math.
Yeah.
It's large.
So we get the go-karts.
How many
then to
like
go
how many
to the
feet
cross.
across? How many feet across? Like is this like a Shrek 2 long table?
Yeah.
Probably not too far off.
Shrek 2 for
It's a
comparison.
big room.
I'm sorry, I only know stuff by Shrek references. So.
Shrek for scale.
Is this Shrek 2? Is this Shrek 1 where he's just at home? Or
The
like-
room is 140 feet in length.
And the table spans most of that
Is that a
room?
football field?
Most of that.
Is that a football field? 140?
I don't know.
No,
It's
You can look it
no,
up.
it's 100 yards, right?
Mhm.
So it'd be 300.
Well, but then you have to add in.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Oh,
Anyway.
300, yeah, because yards.
Anywho,
Yeah, it's 300 feet.
Yeah.
the Sovereign would gesture to the other end of the table, allowing you to sit. Which you can all find seats. They're very lovely seats.
So
very
they're
lovely
sitting
seat.
at opposite ends of this table?
No, the three of them are on one end.
Oh,
And he was gesturing to the other end with all the open seats for all of you to.
understood. I take
Grab
a
a
seat closest to the head of the table, but not at the head, so that I'm like closest to the three.
Okay.
I sit right next to him.
I'll go across from them.
I sit in an open seat and I just kind of take Silas and just let him stand on the table.
So
There
I come from
are-
Silas's little head.
What?
Aww.
Wait,
You
what
really
did you
have
say? What?
to.
Well, because
Oh.
Silas would perch on her antlers and they just get an extra wide back and just.
I mean, they have to anyway.
Yeah.
they have
So-
to anyway.
It's Pixie and Silas in one go.
Yeah. There you go.
It's just covering her shoulders. It's like,
Actually, it's
I
like that's how I walk.
There's 9 seats at the table. If my quick math is right.
That's a mighty big table for 9 seats.
you gotta have, you
It's
know,
the sovereign of the
home
nation.
space.
Elbow room.
Yeah, everyone's got
Mhm.
plenty of elbow room. It's luxurious.
I like that music. Love the music, but just not for this moment. Creeps me out.
And you were seated in this lovely room. The entire back wall, like opposite from the door, is just those long or tall paneled windows. So you get nice light coming through, though there are some candles and sconces on the opposite wall. And Sovereign. Welcome, everyone. I really don't know much, so I will turn this over to my associates. And he does kind of give you a look and see a lock set at the table and just noted that he walked in without a bag and just kind of gives you a... And the High Arcanist...
Is this the one that knows what we did?
That's the priest.
Good.
Oh, with those.
I'm pretty sure they all know at this point,
Yes,
but like
yeah.
It became the hot gossip in the
amongst the higher ups.
in the Sovereign Council text chat.
I think I might have confused some people with my explanation of what happened there.
But yeah, you know, they told each other just, they slept in the prayer room.
Well, I don't like them so much. It's incredible how fast that...
Good thing that's not what they sound like.
Okay.
See, yeah, Gruth has not been talked down to them. They're talked down to by them. So
Oh, okay.
he actually he has a big thing against that. But like, yeah,
Just wait till they talk to Frodo.
No.
So the High Priest looks across all of you and, you know, lands on you and just, well, I'm glad you could all join us. Thank you for meeting as soon as you could. Apologies we couldn't discuss this right away, but as I think I hinted to you, it was quite an exhaustive process for both of us, so we needed time to recover and discuss and research what we had seen and heard. And I think it's good that everyone is here just in case, because there are some things that are even slightly beyond us.
Well, go on then, what is it?
The High Arcanist, this elven man with darker blonde hair just kind of down past the shoulders with a deep blue robe. He's just kind of sitting back in his chair and looks at you and... Tell me, do you know what the word Igmakesh means?
would I understand it? No.
Very well.
The frantic writing.
Yes. So, just to outline it a bit, I suppose. When you were on the table, we started simply with some lower level magics to see what we could find out. We started with the strand in your chest, and it has been reported plenty, and we have known that at certain points of one of the veins of the strand, there can be these small little, almost like fingers that come off of the main crystal.
We've seen these, haven't we?
Oh, not aware. It is a beautiful thing to see, but the small pieces, with the right magic or the right force, can be broken off. And while they hold this magic,
Oh, yeah.
they ultimately very minor in comparison. All we really discerned was confirming the, I suppose, nervousness of how such a large piece was removed and placed within someone who was then kept alive. That is, by all record, unknown, unheard of. Even just for any sizable piece to be removed from a vein is, well, historically never spoken of. And so from there, our efforts did begin to focus on. There was some quick pondering as to what kind of a force could do such a thing, possess such might, such ability to remove this previously thought of as unbreakable substance, and how then they could keep a subject alive while embedding it within them and not killing them. And so it was seen that there was what looked to be a rune or a sigil of some kind that was previously etched in and destroyed. So our efforts focused on that. I studied from more of an arcane side of things, whereas my companion studied more on any possible religious symbolism or meaning behind it. And after honestly getting nowhere for a moment, I can't speak for everything that Turin did, but I at least began to try and utilize some greater magics to try and ascertain what could be doing this, what could have really placed this whole thing together. I think I saw a bit of what you were seeing. There are some great magics out there. Perhaps one day you can learn too, but faintly, there was a village, was there not? In mountains.
Yes.
Everything was very dark, yes.
What's he talking about?
Okay. Well, I don't know how much you saw. That is the extent of what I was able to see. I heard too some mumbling. I could not make out words as much as I tried. And so with other magics being utilized, it allowed me to see these things, and I think it is also what caused your piece of the strand to overload, go a bit chaotic for a moment, as we were both, as Turin and I were both thrown back to the wall, and you started lifting up, and my apologies, from a arcane standpoint, it is fascinating, but I realize it can also be terrifying. I'm sorry. I do apologize if I'm making light of this, but anyway.
I thought I was strapped down.
You were. It was as if an extension of you began rising, and not incredibly high, but a little bit.
I brought the chair with me.
Yes.
Oh. I didn't know you could do that.
And so it was in those moments before the blast, the shockwave. It was not destructive. Don't worry, it was fine. And from those, from the spells I used at least, I guess whatever we were both doing in conjunction, Turin said he heard it as well. We both heard the whisper of a word, and that was Igmikesh. So, from there, as I said, as Turin mentioned, it cost a lot, and I was quite drained after the fact, so I went back to rest, after which Turin and I got together, scoured any archive we could, used a little more magic to find out what we can, and the only thing we were able to find, there was some of the greatest magics I know, while studying as much history that was preserved from pre-collapse. A phrase, I don't know what to call it, if it's just a scary rhyme we tell children, or if it's a prophecy of some sort, but the only thing we were able to find was when the shroud removed for Igmikesh to rise, soon turn the wheels of Erenil's next demise. And that is as much as we could glean from that. It seems as though we could not tell what was inscribed, but whatever it was that then destroyed this glyph, we still don't know who placed what first, but there seem to be conflicting forces at work here.
Yeah.
And so that is mysterious. It is, I would admit, intriguing.
You said next demise?
Yes.
Next.
Well, when does this date what you found?
There was no date given.
Is this some kind of prophecy in a book?
No, we were not able to get this from a book. This was thanks to some more powerful magics.
Well, this was sent to you.
Yes.
Oh.
It was sent.
What was sent?
Sorry. You guys are funny. Do you just want to hand her my book to him?
To give you a little more insight into what you saw, it was one of my nightmares that continue to plague me as I
One of.
wander. It seems if I stay in a place for too long, or if something noteworthy happens, I seem to get a glimpse into a chaotic, dark place.
Girth,
see him like open his robe for a second and grab this like little pad of parchment and just start.
Ruth, have you told them yet about your house?
No.
That might be important.
Well, since you're all here, I guess I'll just tell you everything.
You've kind of been here all the time. You've been here the whole time.
2 months or so before meeting all of you, I was at home. Well, rather, I was in the woods on my island, and I woke up. It was snowing, and all I could think was, I wish I had a fire. Next thing I knew, I saw a purple glow to the left of me, and a fire had appeared. I ran, not knowing what it could be, and I got back to my home. And I discovered the gem in my chest, and my hammer, or my pick with Ruth etched in it, and my axes, and I didn't know what to make of it. So I built a fire and so on. I lived there for a little bit, and then I got a nightmare. And then it got worse the following night. And the night after it got worse. And so I left my island in search of, I guess, safety for my own dreams. I didn't find it. So I went back home eventually. And when I got back there, there was no house to be found. It was as if it was lifted off the face of Arano. But instead was a coin. The one that I showed you. And so I left in search of what this coin could mean. And that's when I found the old man who pointed me in the direction of the road west of the lake. And then I met you.
Turin speaks up. Wow, this business of a house disappearing is not something I can say we're experienced with. There are some strange magics out there, but I've never seen anything done to cause a house to vanish. But that coin, speaking of which, because I did take that sketch, if you recall. And I did, while my store was resting, I did do some of my own studies into what is known still of the creator, the lords and ladies of Avanis, and as far as I can tell, I have it narrowed down to 3 ideas. As I said, it seems very archaic, not an icon you would see really ever anymore. But I believe an iteration of it would have been known, would have been popular back in the early ages after Arano's founding. So, my thoughts would be... Wait a second. Hold on, sorry, this is a different document. Okay. Okay. The thoughts I have, and I don't know how much of a faith you may have. I don't know how much you know about the lords and ladies that serve our Creator, but they do hold some power still, even though it seems the actual Creator has removed himself, hidden himself for some reason we're not sure of since the collapse. There were tales of one divine being who orchestrated the creation of everything, but ever since the collapse, it has mostly been knowledge, icons, and the work of those that history is called the precursors, the first creations of the Creator. And so, my thoughts in studying this icon for so long and comparing it to surviving records and things we know now, it is either of Ishvia, Godless, or perhaps Nevar.
What was that second one?
Godless. Godless. Gaudilus.
Ishia, Godless, and Nevar.
Yes, I think it has ties to one of those three. That's about the extent of what we were able to discover. So if you have any other thoughts or any questions, I think you're sharing about the house and the magic, Westoria. I assume there's some connection between the magic appearing and the strand appearing, as it is innately magic.
I could only assume.
And Gruth, you remember nothing from before that moment? So, from that point, did you build your house, or was your house already there?
My house was there.
And
I remembered
you
where
knew
that
it was your house.
Yes. I remembered things of that nature, where things were, if they had any relevance, but days of the week, time, places, but anything to do with my history or what has made me, no clue. Why I was on the island, no clue. I have some guesses, but I don't know. And to fill in the gaps of what you saw, The village is usually not like that. It's usually ablaze, with many voices screaming in terror, and a being speaking to me in a language that we are not speaking now. And yet I understand it.
Huh. Alright.
But he speaks to me as if what I am doing is not worthwhile. And his intentions for me are much greater.
This being has intentions for you.
Yes. He refers to me as some sort of... almost like he made me. And he emits a heat beyond anything I've ever felt. Stands much taller than any creature I've ever seen. But that's not what you saw. That is what you typically don't see.
It is much worse than what I saw.
What you saw was the same village. And that night it was stormy.
Yes, I did see that.
And instead of sounds of screaming, there was armor clashing, swords clanging, and eventually a giant sword was seen dropped. I don't know what could wield such a large sword.
Ethan mentioned that Westor, who was listening intently and writing much of this down since you have been speaking. Giant sword dropped. Don't know who could wield it. Sounds of combat. He just kind of slows down and looks across the table to Turin. He just has been listening and thinking this whole time. Well, any kind of creature, being of that size, who would constantly emit heat, I mean, even creatures like dragons who can breathe fire don't emit a constant heat, so that certainly sounds like something you don't want to be involved in, possibly fiendish or devilish or something of the nature. There are large creatures out there, but none that regularly walk the earth like that. As far as the sounds of fighting and a sword too large for any relatively normal person to wield, I can't say this for sure because I've only heard, I suppose you could call it rumor. There are some surviving records from pre-collapse times during the war who spoke of 2, 3, maybe 4, who knows. The war consumed the entire world. But who spoke of divine beings descending to fight alongside mortals, these precursors, the lords and ladies of Avonus, actually coming down from Avonus itself to fight on behalf of us. And of course, beings of that power can likely take any form, any size they wish. So, with a blade that large, I can't speak with any truth, unfortunately. It sounds incredible to imagine, but any likelihood is highly uncertain. As even though there are those of us who are given abilities and powers from those beings, a physical presence has not been heard of. It's mostly a devout few may receive a vision or a dream, but I don't know of anyone face-to-face interacting with these beings. So, possible that you were getting some strange, demented glimpse into that time, but I can't say for certain. Questions? Anything else you'd like to share?
Would one of those big scout people be able to get a stone like that?
If anyone or anything could, it would be someone very powerful on either end. Those above that we serve, the ones who serve our Creator, or those who serve the betrayer. Yes?
What is the betrayer's name?
Turin kind of goes quiet for a second and looks across to Westor and over to the Sovereign. Sadly, none know. His name is stricken from any surviving record. He is most commonly referred to as the betrayer or the other.
And I'm assuming the betrayer is the reason there was war. And why the collapse happened.
From what we know, much more than likely, he had a large part to do with starting the war. I'm sorry, I know I've devoted myself to this, so I don't know who knows what exactly, but it is, I do find it exciting to share these kinds of things. I take it many of you are not entirely well versed in much of this.
Frode has his journal open, and he is like scribbling away as fast as possible. He is so enthralled. He goes, "I've only known a few things, but what you're telling me right now is beyond anything that I've heard."
Very well.
Nerd.
I'm just happy I got the Lord done. It's exciting.
More.
Well, in a slightly brief summary of what has survived and been passed down, before anything was fully created, the Creator made two beings. One is Navar, possibly linked to that coin you have. The other is the other. We know not entirely why.
Were you using voice to text?
Yeah.
To record what you was saying?
Is it working?
Kind of. Not well enough.
Should I project a little louder?
I'm sorry. It's like when you're sitting in class
I heard-
and it's like you hear a reel start playing and it's like
I heard it the first time and I wasn't sure
Yeah.
that's what I heard, so I was like, okay, let's just keep going.
though, honestly.
The other, well, it is the other, who, from all we do know, at some point during the process of creation, grew jealous, grew angry, as none can truly create but the one himself. So it seems as though the other wished for that power, desired that power, and made an attempt to take this power, this gift of creation. Well, as you can imagine, that didn't go as well as I'm sure he'd hoped.
going a little hard.
And so, unfortunately with him, he took some dissenters. And so, whereas once there was a mighty harmony of the precursors and those who served even them, who were created to help assist the governing of the races of mortals and the facets of this newfound world, the harmony was ruined by the betrayal and the subsequent some kind of exodus, we imagine, as the other was cast out and forced out somehow for his attempted theft. But with him he had gathered some associates, I suppose, and they went with him, leading to, eventually, those divine powers remaining for good, but now those crafting a sort of divine realm of their own, but for likely to assume pure evil. No good to come of that, as then likely they were the reason war started in the first place.
They're still doing that.
Well, so long as there's still work of evil in the world.
It goes from them.
It is popularly believed that the powers of Arvanis would not create or enact anything evil. They may... I don't even know how much power the precursors have in this, but the one himself would not create anything harmful or evil, but it is possible he does permit things to come to pass. And so long as this other's realm is in existence, this balance, this fight will continue until a supposed end of days.
You know, this is all very familiar. I think you taught me about this when I was a lot younger, didn't you?
I'm glad it finally came to memory.
I was doodling the whole time, I can't lie.
Yes, I know.
Oh, could
I wrote
see
it
the-
down this time, right?
Could I see the doodles that you wrote?
Well, they're upstairs.
Oh.
That was a long, long time ago. That was before you were alive.
one thing.
Well, I've not been teaching for that long, my lady, as I do not live as long as you do.
Sure, that was 10 years ago. I don't freaking know. I'm making this up on the
How
fly.
old do you think I am?
10.
I'm also curious. I'm also curious. How old do you think I am?
I don't know. Is he human? I can't remember.
No, he's not.
What is he?
He's an ASMR.
I'm getting the vibe that
What?
there's not many humans.
Oh, that's such a cool
Oh.
What is that?
He's an ASMR.
What's that?
Bird guys.
No.
That's Eric.
No.
Yeah, I know what Eric Hopper is.
It is at least an official 5th edition. It's
Oh.
they do
Can I
have
see?
like some
Yeah.
celestial
Yo.
Yeah, they
essence
do.
about them.
They do. They're so cool.
Wait.
That's dope.
I have the source book so I can play as them if I want to.
Wait, 10 years ago. I don't know when this was, but it would have happened at some point.
At some point, yes.
Oh, whoa.
Time. It's weird.
You got wings?
Hold on.
I
Oh, hold on.
do not have wings.
Sorry, that was Patience asking. These aren't good images.
No, they're not.
As
They're
if there may have
awful.
been some changes made between universes.
They literally just look like angels.
Yeah, that's why in official D&D they like have angelic blood, so they're like part angel.
Do you have a crown on your head? A halo?
I do not know.
That guy did.
I
With
don't,
their textbooks.
don't know what guy you're speaking of.
Something that I took note of whenever. I'm assuming you know about the situation with the wood elf.
We have been informed,
When I first met him,
and we do apologize for such a situation. That sounds strenuous.
when I first met him, he told me I reminded him of those from the north. And not his country. Which, from a strange wood elf, means a lot less than who he is now.
I believe that. But do we know who he is?
No. But does it matter if he said that to me?
It can definitely bear some importance. How much?
I think he's a very thoughtful individual. He wouldn't have said that out of nothing.
He's careful
Right.
with his words.
Hmm.
And he also told Groot that he knows what haunts him, but it's not him.
So,
And he referred to us as mortals, and that he was seeing his responsibilities as he saw fit.
Oh, and he's old.
He could have been speaking of the people from Ormond.
Ormond. What is that?
If he was not speaking of those from Borkish, then the only other option in the north is Ormond.
What is that?
It certainly wouldn't have been a compliment.
You definitely see.
Yikes.
You thought,
that's not a compliment.
Quiche was bad.
You thought Borkish was bottom of the barrel. You see, your father has been pretty well silent, just listening, paying attention to all this. At the mention of someone from Ormond, his face just kind of. Ormond, our neighbor to the north, full of nothing but reckless and wild barbaric tribes. My grandfather tells me when our nations were first established after the collapse, we naturally sent explorers to see what lay beyond, what there was to see with this new world. It seems any attempt at delegation was met with immediate violence. And that trend has continued for the past, well, few hundred years of my life. Seem to be isolationists, want nothing to do with other nations. It's a border we have to maintain heavier guard.
Alondra starts taking notes for the first time.
We've been to
Your dad just
war with them on numerous occasions.
So it's a very negatively viewed nation.
certainly
Is
not
there
popular
any
if
other
you're not from
nation?
there.
Is there any other nation that's viewed so negatively?
No, you're not that kind.
Aside from certain dominions to the north, none that we currently have relation with. No, at the very least, I don't know what this imposter saw in recognition, but at least you can rest assured that as you are now, you don't pass as a wild man.
Nobody's been there. So if someone, say, a higher being, were to try and create something of their own, it would be in there.
Westerbee's writing again. As this whole time he's had his little pad out, essentially, he just starts scribbling. Turin kind of things. There are still remote places in the world. That is a good connection. There is one place more isolated, but there's nothing, no one living there. So I don't think anything like that could happen. The Sovereign just... I think we will, increase the watch for the time being. Hmm?
Lesson time.
When things get scary, increase the watch.
Yay! Still, I don't know what this means for that man, that thing, if he claims to have recognized you as one from Ormond. If, as you say, his words are careful and calculated, it at least suggests he's well-traveled.
If he can freeze time and disappear in an instant, I would agree with that sentiment, with that idea.
My story has been writing most of the time and just kind of looks up. Did you say freeze time?
Yes,
Are you guys not
he
told?
crushed something and
Yeah.
it stopped and then he talked to us.
That is powerful. I've only just recently learned such things. Well,
If there's anything else I can do to learn more,
I kind of pitch in and I go, oh, and me too. If you have any books on these subjects, I'd love to get my hands on them.
go for it.
Okay.
13. To your request.
oh wait, I have to roll with disadvantage.
No, you rested.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, do you want your number to be worse?
No. 13 is just bad enough.
Solid 30.
Oh my gosh.
To your request
Road.
specifically, the three kind of look between each other and just the sovereign. I will let these two confer first, and if they find anything relevant, perhaps they can show you some things. And what was yours specifically about? Just any of the things they've been talking about?
Yeah, I was just like so intrigued.
Okay.
It's like the happiest I've seen Frodo since we left.
I know.
Right?
Since we left. Ordinate.
Don't mention it.
And there it's gone. Turin kind of perks up a little bit and says, well, you're always welcome at the temple. I can share any knowledge I know. Perhaps let you read some of the texts we have. Westor still kind of sitting there scribbling things down. I have books on some magic if you have such interest.
Oh, I do. I assure you. I'll be your greatest student if you let me.
I've thought as much as I sense some magic on you. I'm sure we could find something. Very well.
Wonderful. You know, back in my land, we really don't have knowledge like this. At least not where I'm at. So I mean, this is really quite an incredible wealth that you have over here. I mean, I'm just amazed.
From the west,
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yes, Udolf here.
right?
I mean, you wouldn't know this, but a tiny town called Ornit. It's a beautiful, beautiful place.
I think I've heard the name before.
Oh, really? Wow.
Do you know Falvic?
Yes, that one I have. Yes.
We're famous.
I do hope you know. I mean, no disrespect, but there has been much attempt at preservation here in Valrus, and it is thanks to the efforts of the Sovereign's father, who survived at the end of the war and had some knowledge and saved what he and his family could from ages past, that we still maintain such a history. So yes, we do have a bit better access to some things.
Well, what a gift. This just made the whole journey over here well worth it.
I'm very glad sad to hear that. Sovereign. Was there anything further?
I believe so.
Very well. As stated, if we learn anything else, one of them can reach out to you. Sharing the information you have and the information they have, whatever you learn. Sounds like meeting adjourned then. Dismissed.
Right, and what are...
Well, I say dismissed. Alondra. Remain. You can see he like starts to speak, but I'll lock you two. The rest, back to your chambers for now. You're led to the door.
Gruth just sticks out his hand.
Oh, the bag is placed with it. You're led back up to Alondra's room.
I was gonna say, we're just going back to her room.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 of you are led back to the old servants' quarters. Westor and Turin stand up, give a bow to both you and your father before leaving. And the door closes, and now it is you, your father, and Alok in the council chambers. And your father just kind of sits forward and... So, it seems things were mended.
Yes.
Very good. How so?
I scolded him.
There was a finger wag.
Especially with the bracelet.
And then I was like, calm down. And then I forgave him. And then he swore an oath.
Alok unfortunately betrays a little bit of confusion when you scolded him. Just doesn't like make eye contact, but just has a bit of an expression of just, yeah, yes, that's what happened. And you're like, huh, an oath.
Mm-hmm. It's a really good one.
Very well, Mr. Locke. It would seem you're in her charge now. He just kind of gives a bow and just, yes, sir, I will do everything I can to ensure I do not slip up again. Good. As you should. Oath, payments, or not. If you're traveling with her, think of her as an extension of the rule of Alrus. Because she is.
He did take a hefty pay cut as well.
Well, whatever negotiations were made are between the two of you.
Yeah. That's long overdue.
Fine with me.
Speaking of which...
Yes. Please, go on.
Oops, I dropped my pocketbook. Oh, where'd everything go?
It seems as if my emergency fund, I don't know, kind of ran out.
Are the high priests still there?
No.
No,
Okay, I'm like, are they?
They left like just after you guys did.
Okay.
Whoopsie.
Alok is still there, and he's just kind of.
Don't worry, I played for you still. It's just a little...
No, this is the first he's hearing about emergency fund.
Oh.
So he's just. What? And your father. Huh. So that coin was missing from your chambers when you left.
It was an emergency.
More so than you knew at the time.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't think I need to keep bringing that back up.
No.
So, is there a question behind that statement?
Well, I mean, we did do a job for you, at the very least.
This is true, I suppose. So it sounds in true style of a mercenary adventurer, you're requesting some form of payment.
That's what I've learned they do.
I cannot believe I'm thinking of paying my daughter.
If I'm going back out there, I have to support myself. That's a big if, though. I'm sorry.
It is still a big if. And if you are to, it sounds like you and your friends are more than capable of earning coin without relying on me.
Right, but we did a job for you.
We did. I shall discuss. Just make sure I'm getting it right. I shall discuss with Arnell how much we can give for such a task.
Perfect.
So at least there's record of it.
Yeah.
I'll get back on that.
Man, that emergency fund,
Alondra,
Yeah.
it was 3 months. What did you have in that fund?
120 platinum.
You.
That was the number we never saw.
You, in 3 months, spent
is actually
almost
wild.
120 platinum.
Yeah.
On what?
You should have Frodo come back in here. He'll tell you exactly why.
Ooh, I gave. I rented out a boat a couple times. I gave some to like all these poor town people, so that they would come with us to a
Feeling
cave.
charitable now.
Well, no, they had. They had to come with us to a cave.
Bribery.
Payment.
Even better.
Payment. It was a job. They agreed to it. They saved lives. Man, that really did go fast, huh?
Yes.
And well, if we're just being totally honest right now, I sold my dress too.
Your father, who's
Cut off the episode now. Cut off the episode now.
I could.
And I will!
In some ways, you look like your father, including the more tan skin of a high elf. Except his goes a bit pale for a moment, and his eyes just wide. The gown for your centennial. You sold it.
Yeah.
For how much, Alondra?
I think it was 100 platinum. Well, Groth really wanted this hood thing.
He did not know. He wouldn't have allowed it.
How good was this hood thing?
It didn't really do what we wanted it to do. But it did help a lot when we fought a mind flare.
Oh.
Alright, well.
You
guess I
sold
should
your
go
gown for 100 platinum,
Was that not a good deal?
and that's gone too.
Not all gone.
I think it was 500.
It was 800
It was 800.
Gold.
Yeah.
That's not 100 platinum. Anyways.
No, I know. That's why I said it's not all gone. Anyway, I guess I should. Oh, I'm so heartbroken right now.
I can tell. Heartbroken over your emergency fund.
Give him a hug.
Pixie?
I don't know if this helps or harms the situation. At the very least, it gets it out of my head. We spent nearly twice that.
Cause the
The finest of materials from both Valrus and Adoneth were procured. The gold involved in the workmanship to inlay the gold into
I'm so sad we didn't get this reaction when she actually sold the dress.
You know what? This is my problem with the public education system.
This isn't the public education system, this is the moral education system.
Oh, that's not a very good deal then, huh?
To say the least. No.
That is an understatement. Well, that is all. You may leave when you wish. I'll be here for a moment. She just like looks up to the ceiling.
Sorry.
You swear he's muttering a silent prayer. As you slowly slink towards the door.
You're great, Dad.
Yeah, Alok manages to also sneaky but beat you to the door and have he's got it open ready, it's just like waiting for you to walk through. And then he follows and closes it.
Oh, well.
I think I would prefer to find that strange man again. It was at least less tense.
You weren't there for the part where he told me he murdered 2 people.
Yes, but I don't know how I'm supposed to guard against your father.
Don't worry, I can still pay you for a while.
That was not even my top concern, but that is still good to know. Very well. Where to?
I want to try something, but I feel like we need to do it as a group. So maybe we can have Pixie brought down to the boys' room.
Okay. What is this thing?
Oh, I gotta give the whole group a look. Come on, no spoilers.
Fine. It's not like you're paying me or anything.
And I am, and so I can choose what you know or don't know.
It seems unfair, but fine. I at least get paid for the deal. So, you walk up to your room. which
We'll send servants
In the meantime-
for Pixie.
I figured out how to time it with Silas, where he can fly in between the windows and do like little S things, and I'm hitting the button.
Oh my gosh!
that's amazing.
So he's going out, in, and I'm like,
with the time that she initially spent speaking with a lock and this time now, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
You've figured that out. So Silas has learned a very impressive new trick.
yes.
Until there's a knock at the door. Hit the button at the wrong time, Silas.
Oh no!
You okay, buddy?
There's a balcony. There's a balcony.
Buddy?
There,
Oh,
too.
there is about.
Okay, okay.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Silas?
And he's just sitting there. Wow. I thought it was open. No, but a servant does enter and. Her Highness has requested you in the other chamber.
Yeah.
And a guard walks in after.
Like, I'm like
with the bag
leaning
in
out
hand.
halfway through the window, by the way, because he's on the balcony.
They're both just. Whenever you are ready.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you.
The guard starts
I know.
approaching with the bag.
I can't, once I need fresh air. Silas, get up here. Come on, Silas.
Yeah. They don't say anything about it, but Silas flies back up onto your shoulder or antler.
I'm ready.
You do see the guard just. And you are led to their chamber, which you obviously arrive a few moments before, especially with the bird debacle, as there was a few extra moments needed to collect yourselves. So you are led within.
Okay, guys. Hi. Hi. Oh, hi. I have an idea. So, Yelric. It's not Yelric. But I know what Yelric looks like, theoretically. So what if I tried to cast a sending to Yelric?
But wouldn't you have sent that to him?
I don't know.
Technically speaking, already.
That's the. But what if I think really hard, like real Yelric?
What if real Yelric has blonde hair?
Ew.
Sorry.
Okay.
And this is just with those two, right? Like, we're not here for this
No.
conversation.
You're in the
It's
room.
your
It's in your
Oh,
room.
okay.
We're in your room.
Yeah.
People are standing in the middle of the room and they're just like, so are they here?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we came to you.
Alondra and Locke came to your room, and then a moment later, Pixie would have joined too.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So this is a full party discussion.
Well, he took. I mean, he was recognized as Yelric
By who?
by guards, by his Yelric's family.
True, yeah. So I guess you can try. Be like,
Worst comes to worst, you just contact
Yelric.
that guy.
fake Yelric.
We probably need to come up with a new name for him.
Yeah.
Bad guy.
Carrot cake.
Carrot
We're not
cake.
calling
Carrot.
him. We're not calling him.
Don't call him Carrot, and that's no.
We'll work on that. We'll work on that.
Okay. Now he's Yelric,
I like Wood Elf.
but he's not even
He's
that.
Whisper.
Probably, maybe.
That's true. Okay,
Okay.
try to talk to
Alright.
real Yelric. Think real. Oh, Yelric, last name. Neardale.
This could be real awkward. Yelric. Are you Yelric?
I can't.
Embrace the chaos, patience.
Prove it.
It's
Prove you're you. With just your words.
Or is this just you, Yelric? I said that in quotations. Let me know. I am out of words? Oh, I'm not!
Oh, I'm.
you didn't even say who it was.
No.
Was sending it.
No, because
Oh,
real,
no, you didn't.
fake Yelric will know. Real Yelric will be like, who's in my head?
Oh.
The entire response.
Yeah.
Help me, help me, help me. Out of darkness.
It's dark. I can't see.
Or it'd be.
Oh no.
Or even worse, just I'm Yelric.
Oh.
I am
Oh.
Yelric.
Me Yelric?
Yelric am I. 50% of his words are just
Yelric. Oh.
Lobotomy.
I have become lobotomy.
Brief moment.
His name is Yelric just because all he can do is yell Rick.
It's like Friedrich. Or what was it?
Friedrich.
Friedrich and Yelric.
Yeah.
Yelric yells. Friedrich is free.
Yeah, yeah.
Equally as annoying as Yelric is Whisper Rick.
Oh gosh.
Can't stand that guy.
ASMR guy.
He's one of those really close talkers, you know, just to make sure he's heard.
Gruth would punch him in a moment.
Hey, Resume. It's free real estate.
Okay.
Hey, Resume, you want to run away?
Alright,
I
alright,
hate it. I
alright,
hate it.
alright.
So you send the message.
Response.
Moment passes. Well, it seems you found me again.
I try to plug my ears even though the voice is in my head.
That was sooner than expected. Seems you're searching for the real Yelric. Honestly, I've quite forgotten where I placed him. That's it.
Hey, jerk! Go!
What?
No, that was, she was talking to you.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, jerk!
No, the count doesn't count. The count
No,
was
that was
Peyton. The
Peyton's.
count was
No.
Peyton.
That's
done.
my words.
I am so over you.
What?
But what's your real name? And I have so many questions. But I don't care.
Even I don't care.
You don't care yet you reached out again. There's no doubt you have many questions, and I many answers. But introductions aren't necessary right now.
It's the thing he said before.
What he said at the gosh dang centennial.
Not real Yelric.
No. Worth a shot.
What'd he say?
Said he forgot where he placed him.
How do you forget where you place someone?
Yeah, that's kind of.
You just.
That's actually. Yeah, that's. He's
Didn't
old,
you lose
isn't
your
he?
entire house? That wasn't in character, sorry.
Oh, okay. Gruth was
Bad time.
about to punch you.
Bad time I did.
Yeah, that
Allah
was
just kind of
not
walks
in
between the two.
character.
Too far, too far.
Gruth would have decked you.
That probably would have been like the nice thing for him to do.
That'd be calm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an old guy, ain't he?
I think he's perhaps being a bit sarcastic, you know, saying, oh, sorry.
Well, but if he's really old, then,
That was
like, memory problems, you know?
I don't think that happens to
I
God
think that's
figures.
a problem.
I don't know if he is a god figure. I
I
don't
don't
know.
really
what
know
he
much
is.
about him, so
No, that's why he should talk to
it's all
us.
speculation. He should
Really?
talk to us because we don't know about him.
Yeah. Then we would know about him.
Yeah, but I don't think he wants us.
Can he?
Hmm.
Wait, can he hear us?
Can you hear
Why
us?
would he be able to hear us?
Oh wait, I only have one right now.
Can you hear me? Yeah, Rick.
Oh, that's better.
Yes.
Ah!
Dirty 20.
Very funny. Oh, that was back.
Good. That'd be awful.
I think so. My theory is that because when I was in the carriage, he talked into my head. I think probably using sending, talking
Oh.
about how all of our theories were like funny and stuff. I bet he was still in the room, invisible.
So you think he just turned invisible and he didn't really actually just disappear?
Well, he did. He did disappear.
He just turned invisible. He didn't disappear.
Totally.
Wait.
You got invisibility, you got disappearing.
I meant
Cloak
like.
of invisibility is very different from the cloak of
Disappearing.
Disappearance, yeah.
I think disappearance in like a different area.
I feel like, considering he stopped us from moving altogether, I would assume that he was transported to another place.
Maybe.
That's what I thought.
But
Maybe
if-
not.
He didn't stop me, to be fair. I was
If
sleeping.
he wasn't,
You were, no, it's if you were sleeping, you wouldn't have felt a thing.
No.
That's right.
if he
Maybe he doesn't have
was,
an effect on me.
if he didn't, then we could have captured him still.
Yeah.
You're immune.
That's what I'm afraid of.
If just,
I'm gonna assume that's not the case.
I just feel like fake Yellowrick is causing such a scene and
What makes you say that?
the dramatics. Please. Oh, I'm Yellowrick. I know exactly where you are in Halloris, and I'm gonna follow you guys everywhere, and I'm bored. And wait, I'm not Yellowrick. It's just the whole show.
Yeah, he's a foul creature.
I would like to say you didn't say bored quite right.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bored
Yeah.
What was that?
is Yellowrick.
We could call him Foulric,
Oh, false
Halric?
Yelric.
and he's foul.
Foulrick. I like it. Foulric.
How did you know my name?
Wait. Wait. How do we know it's not just the bird Rick?
It's a Foulric.
That's the duck one. Yeah.
It's one of Silas's friends, except he actually isn't friends with anything that's not ending in
Goose
Liz.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Just let.
wait.
What?
What are you all doing next?
Well, we gotta meet the Ne'er-Dells. Or,
Yeah.
well, you have to anyway.
I think I'm gonna read some things.
Yeah. I still want to go back to, Morinil and see if I can find family, so.
Who knows? Maybe this little halfling will get that thing out of your chest if I just read enough.
Oh. That'd be interesting.
I don't know what I'm doing next.
Yeah, you gotta figure that. Yeah, but you probably gotta talk to your dad a lot.
You got some dresses to work through and whatnot, don't you?
Frode, I think I've learned what I can learn here.
Oh.
We will. Okay.
So, are you going to be leaving?
Well, they just told me that I can learn some things that I don't know, so maybe I'll stay just a bit longer, and then, well, you know, I'll be a blessing to the people in Uruf here. They'll never have had a historian as great as I.
That's lovely.
Griff,
Yes.
are you wanting to go up north?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh, boy, okay,
With
well.
my tail. Sure.
Okay, well, maybe I'll go back to Udover.
Is it that bad?
Yeah.
Have I heard anything
I mean, I
about?
don't know.
I don't think I'm well favored.
Roll a history check.
Just dye your hair and
Okay.
I don't know.
It'll be a bit
Go
difficult.
from
I'll
blonde
say.
to like dark brown and
That'd be crazy. What a terrible plan.
Go from blonde to dark brown and just be really, really handsome.
look
16?
Italian. Look Italian.
16?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What's
Um,
I made up word.
It's on the other side of the world. It's fine. The land of Italian.
What do I know about Ormond?
You know that in parts of the world there are just kind of nomadic tribes of people who don't really follow any particular law other than what they make up. Based on what was relayed in that meeting, seems like Ormond is one of those places.
Okay, so I wouldn't have any like primal
Not-
fear in me of that name.
No,
Okay.
not from being from Udo Fear. It's disconnected enough that
Probably called
it's kind of like one of those spooky stories, essentially.
Okay. Cool.
So what is so wrong with Ormond?
People are barbaric.
They just say bar all day long.
So you're saying that
Stupid.
That's why barbarians have that name, actually. The Greeks gave it to them because they say bar because they don't speak Greek.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
That is really dumb. I don't want to believe you, but I believe you.
It's right.
I think
I'm gonna start doing that.
he'll fit in.
Oh, I don't know. I think
I still have my old clothes. Should I look more barbaric in those?
going there someday is going to be necessary, but I don't think we're powerful enough to yet. I think it would be very dangerous.
Ooh, would I fit in?
Well, listen, I like giants as much as the next guy. But if we are to find giants where we're going, I really feel like perhaps I'm half too short to fight you guys. What would that make me to giants?
World scales.
You'll fit in fine. Just fine.
I don't know.
Well, is there all left to...
I got one thing before he's out.
Okay, what?
How did you know he was gonna stop?
I can tell by his tone. And by the time on the clock.
Yeah, me looking at the timer.
I'm ready to sleep.
Yeah, that too. I'm gonna cast Send one more time.
We just did.
Can't do it for another 24 hours.
That's right.
To Yelric.
Okay.
Yelric.
Falric. Okay. whatever.
Fake Rick.
Fake Rick.
I like Valric.
It kind of sounds like Falvic, so it kind of scares me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's why I probably
Yeah.
did.
Maybe that's why I said
Next thing she sends me, she ends up sending a message to the
Okay,
entire
come.
town.
Oh, that's impressive.
Turn into a big, like, silverback.
I'm trying to send a message, but they won't stop talking. That doesn't count.
Sorry.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
I just want to know, why me? And did any of it mean anything?
You got 11 more words.
Okay, bye.
Hate you, bye.
Dang. 11 words unused.
Restraint.
You suck.
Hate. Ultimately entirely low.
Along with that, roll a persuasion check.
She's desperate.
We know that.
9.
That's a 6.
I know. but I add numbers to it.
I just wanted to make
Do you know
sure.
how D&D works?
numbers to it.
I just wanted to make sure.
But if you turn the 6 upside down, it's a 9.
There you go.
Or so they say.
That's what big number wants you to think.
Big number.
Everyone's
Those billions talking down to us.
That's single digits. What do you see? My responsibility is simply chaos. Not quite. I expected it to turn into. Not enough. And yes, for what I can feel.
Now you can conclude it.
With that, we're going to close tonight's chapter. Thanks for joining us for another slightly longer episode. But thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. If you did, like it and subscribe and follow us all the places. We're always down in the chat on our Discord. We're usually hanging around somewhere, somehow. Hope you join us next time. But until then, thanks for watching. I love you guys. Have a good night.
Bye.